Missing the midnight premiere of a movie doesn't cost you a thing. You can just watch the movie a week later. But there's something else almost everyone skips without even realizing it, and it's quietly costing them close to $2 million. Not a scam, not a gimmick, just one decision most people never stop to think about. And once you see the number, you're going to want to rewind this and watch it again. I'm Vienna, like the city in Austria, not the sausage. I've been to 20 countries across 5 continents, and everywhere I go, I watch people chase being first at something. FOMO, fear of missing out. And that's the feeling behind almost all of it. Stick around because I'll show you the exact number by the end, and it's way bigger than a movie ticket. And if you've ever stood in a line just to say you were first, this one's for you. Here's what's actually happening in your brain. It doesn't get excited about the movie, it gets excited about the wait. That's dopamine, and it spikes during anticipation, not during the actual event. Then, scarcity jumps in. Opening night only, first drop, limited release. Your brain hears limited and decides the thing is worth more, even though it's the exact same product you could get next week. Companies know this, by the way. That's why every drop is limited and every sale has a countdown timer. It works on basically everyone, even if you think you're too smart to fall for it. And there's a flip side nobody talks about. The bigger the hype gets, the more likely you are to walk out a little let down. Your brain just built it up higher than reality could ever match. You've probably felt that before. And the thing was fine, but somehow fine felt disappointing. It happens with movies, concerts, new phones, basically anything with a countdown attached to it. That same instinct doesn't stop at movies. I've seen it everywhere I've traveled. Standing in a crowd of people just as excited as you are makes you feel like you belong to something. If you're really into a fandom, being early is basically bragging rights. It says, I knew about this before it was popular. I've watched this exact instinct in dozens of countries. It just looks different every time. Sometimes it's the first ticket to a match. Sometimes it's the best seat at a festival or getting the first table at a family diner. Sometimes it's just being the first person in your friend group to try the new restaurant everyone's talking about. The change depends on where you are. The instinct underneath it doesn't. Once you notice it in one place, you start seeing it everywhere. But let's run the actual numbers, because I don't think people realize how much this adds up. If you spend $50 a month chasing first, an upgraded ticket, a fast fashion drop, a concert markup, some exclusive merch, nothing crazy, just a normal habit for someone who likes being early. You've probably spent close to that some months without even realizing. Because $50 spread across a few small buys doesn't feel like real money at the time. But that's $600 a year. Keep that up from age 14 to 70, and you spent $33,600 chasing moments. And most of those moments, you probably couldn't even describe them in detail anymore. Now, watch what happens if that same $50 goes somewhere else instead. Put that $50 a month into an S&P 500 index fund instead. That's the fund that tracks the 500 biggest companies in the US, and since 1957, it's averaged about 10.5% a year. Invest $50 a month from 14 to 70 at that rate, you don't end up with $33,600, you end up with almost $2 million. Yeah, I had to double check that number the first time I saw it too. It's the same $50 a month and the same amount of time. The only difference is where it went. And starting early matters more than people think. Wait until 22 and you start with the same $50 a month, and by 70 you have $857,832. Still a lot of money, but those 8 years you waited cost you a little over $1 million, all by themselves. Nobody tells you that in school. 8 years in your teens and 20s end up worth more than most people's entire retirement account. So stay with me. This next part is going to change how you look at spending money. I'm not telling you to skip the premiere or never buy merch again. There's real value in those moments. good memories, times with friends, an actual mood boost from being part of something fun. I don't think you could just cut that out of your life. I started putting $50 a month into an index fund when I was 14, and now I'm 15. The same math you just watched. I still spend money on things I love. Concerts, trips, things I want in the moment. I just know what the other option is worth now. So when I spend, it's actually my choice, not just my brain running on autopilot. FOMO isn't going away. Your brain is always going to react to hype and scarcity. That's just how it's wired. And no video is going to switch that off completely. But you get to pick which first is actually worth chasing. And now you actually have the number to compare it against. That's really all this video is. One number you didn't have before. If you remember one number from today, remember this. $33,600 versus almost $2 million. It's the same $50 both times. The only thing that changed is where it went for 40 years. And you can start that this month too. Tell me in the comments, have you ever spent money just to be first? And would you do it again knowing this? If this hits something, send it to whoever in your life always has to be first in line. And if you want more of these breakdowns on the real math behind the choices we make, hit the like and subscribe button. That's literally what tells the algorithm to show you more. I'm 15. Everything in this video is just my own opinion and experience. It's meant for inspiration, not expert advice. And this video isn't sponsored. I'm Vienna. This is Wandering Vienna. And make sure to come back because there's always more to explore. Bye!